So you guys know how there's been like this whole culture of like YouTubers that have been, lawyer YouTubers that have been covering the Amber Heard stuff. I don't know if like Nick Rekieta like made that a genre or if that always existed, but like lawyer YouTube is like blowing up right now, right? And obviously the Amber Heard, Johnny Depp case kind of, gave that a lot of like juice, a lot of steam. Well, apparently Taylor Lorenz put out like an article or something just completely shitting on them. And Fox News actually put out an article defending lawyer YouTube and going after Taylor Lorenz, right? So Taylor Lorenz put out articles saying that all these people are pieces of shit who grifted money off of it, which, I mean, she's not wrong that they made a lot of money off of it. And maybe that some of them were grifted. I don't know. Maybe they were. But specifically, the case is like the YouTubers that she was specifically name dropping and going after, she completely lied about. So get a load of this, right? Washington Post internet culture journalist Taylor Lorenz is under fire for falsely claiming she had reached out to YouTubers in her story about the explosive Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial. On Thursday, following the stunning conclusion of Depp's successful defamation lawsuit against his ex-wife, Taylor Lorenz alleged the real winners were content creators who benefited from the courtroom frenzy with larger followings and spikes in revenue. Quote, the trial offered a potential glimpse into our future media ecosystem where content creators serve as the personalities breaking news to an increasing number of viewers and in turn define the online narrative around major news. Those creators can also bring in major personal profits in the process. In this new landscape, every big news event becomes an opportunity to amass followers, money, and clout. And the Depp Heard trial showed how the creator-driven news ecosystem can influence public opinion based on platform incentives. So she's mad as fuck.
I'm just going to put it out there. I don't necessarily think she's wrong that content creators have profited off of the shit. Like, I think Ludwig said, one of his streams about it got like 90k concurrent, which is the highest he's ever had, and that was just for
no, dude. Asmongold had 400k viewers. Emily Baker blew up off of this. Nick Rekieta made like $1 million in super chats off of this. Objectively speaking, I mean, the facts don't lie. She's correct that they made money, but what she's doing here, right, is she's trying to say that this ecosystem of content swayed social media opinion more on Amber Heard's side. And as a result, like, this is a problem that needs to be investigated. It's a classic, like, journalist, old media type going after the new media, which is YouTubers.
To highlight how much she's being shit on, by the way, like, the journalist who broke the Edward Snowden story is shitting on her right now, Glenn Greenwald. Like, really many people. Everyone who's anyone in journalism is, like, looking at her like she's a fucking laughingstock right now. I actually sent it in the RFC chat. There was a whole thread posted about it where he's basically pointing out her being called a liar. He says, how long can this go on?
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Glenn Greenwald's talking about this. How long can this go on? Go read the lengthy, multi-pronged Washington Post corrections of the Taylor Lorenz story. They don't describe reckless errors the way she's displayed on so many occasions. They describe outright fraud, deliberate, self-interested lying. Oh yeah, by the way, apparently Taylor Lorenz claimed that she reached out for comment, right? But she never did. Her article cites two YouTube personalities, Legal Bytes and ThatUmbrellaGuy. And don't worry, we'll get into ThatUmbrellaGuy's response too, because holy shit, he fucking shredded her. Taylor Lorenz alleged that according to Business Insider, Legal Bytes earned $5,000 in 1 week by pivoting the content on her YouTube channel to nonstop trial coverage and analysis. She also claimed ThatUmbrellaGuy earned $80,000 last month, according to an estimate by social analytics firm Social Blade. Included in the paragraph was a parenthetical statement reading, they did not respond to requests for comment. Both UmbrellaGuy and Legal Bytes refuted the statement, saying Lorenz never reached out to them prior publication to her story. This says I didn't respond to requests to comment. I know I've gotten a lot of emails over the past 2 months, but I've just double-checked for your name, Taylor Lorenz, and see no email from you. Legal Bytes called out the Washington Post columnist. Also, I didn't suddenly pivot. I started covering this before the trial even began. Fucking just destroyed right here. Legal Bytes accused Lorenz of mischaracterizing Business Insider's coverage of her, which she thought was unfair. She later provided an update claiming Lorenz reached out to her for comment after the piece was already published, and I had to call it out. Quote, "This is so dumb," she wrote. Lorenz appeared to acknowledge her public complaint, tweeting, "Thanks for replying," and that she would love to incorporate your comments. What a total, utter piece of shit. I mean, this is just horrible right here. Chat, are you guys seeing this? Keep in mind,
we're only what, 2-3 weeks out from the time she tried to dox libs of TikTok?
Yeah.
This person's insane.
Showing
She's
up to her house.
So now it's not even like just the right wing that's shitting on her. It's like Glenn Greenwald is not like an ostensibly like right wing journalist, and he's shitting all over her. Yeah, it's everyone. It's everyone.
Mm-hmm. I don't really know what happened with the libs of TikTok shit. I know that account posted a lot of cringe fucking shit that I was like, I saw those posts and I was like, this is the worst fucking dumbest tweet I've ever seen.
I don't like I didn't know she tried
to dox them or whatever.
But yeah. They got completely doxxed by Taylor Lorenz to the point where people like Taylor Lorenz, I think herself showed up to like the chick that runs libs of TikTok, like to her house, right? Like this woman is like insane. And keep in mind, this is the same woman as I reported on RFC in 2018 as Mr. Beast watched it, right? Because he was in the fucking chat, all right? This is the woman that tried to slander Mr. Beast for being homophobic.
Wait, this is the one? I remember that.
Mr. Beast article?
Yes.
Like, I don't know if that was 2018. Maybe it was 2 times because I think that was
I ripped her apart and Mr. Beast co-signed it. Like, that's how fucking far back this lore goes.
She's been a piece of shit for a while. She's definitely the worst journalist. I can't think of any worse journalist that is right now, but I don't really keep track of journalists.
I mean, it's especially like annoying.
Lie.
I was gonna say it's especially frustrating. Like you'd think that some of these people within like our like let's say like entertainment content industry, right, would want to like try to be friends with YouTubers, right, or like try to talk to us. I remember a while ago, Kat Tenbarge, she had tweeted out like what she's like, it's really frustrating that YouTubers are always shitting on journalists. And I remember a bunch of people like Emp Lemon were like, well, we have reasons for it, but you know, if you wanna talk, maybe we can get some good discourse going. You know, maybe we could have a positive relationship between YouTubers and journalists. And instead, it seems Taylor has gone in completely the opposite direction and decided to just malign everyone. Yeah. I mean, who likes her at this point? Who is reading her articles?
I think the only person who likes her is Kat Tenbarge.
It's Kat Tenbarge, yeah. That's
yeah, literally. Whenever like Taylor Lorenz makes like a horrible fucking article, Kat Tenbarge quote tweets and is like, "Great job for my sister in journalism." Like, shut the fuck up,
dude. Kat Tenbarge. I'm gonna try and find it right here, but Kat Tenbarge was throwing a fucking fit as soon as we got the verdict in the here it is. Look at this right here. As soon as we got the verdict in the Amber Heard case, Kat Tenbarge put up a massive fucking thread just spurging about the entire situation, right?
Terminally online?
Apparently, Taylor Lorenz is coping right now on Twitter about like backlash. And I just saw on my phone Smaggle quote tweet her, but it says the tweet's unavailable.
Smaggle?
Which means that Taylor Lorenz blocked Smag within like a few seconds of him tweeting.
Smaggle better journalist than Taylor Lorenz?
He's blocked me.
Yeah. Fucking destroyed. Let's look at this right here. By adding major corrections to her story, misogynistic Washington Post editors are bullying Taylor Lorenz and inciting violent online harassment against her. Next on MSNBC, we'll talk
violent online harassment.
Like beating her up in the quote retweets.
How can you be violent through your computer? Like
wait,
what
is this? The correction.
It's like the VR chat people are like, I got sexually harassed in metaverse. What?
Beat them up with their like poo avatar in VR chat.
The ratio is just like physically abusing her.
The first published version of the story stated incorrectly that internet influencers had been contacted for comment before publication. In fact, only Legal Bytes was asked via Instagram. Instagram?
Bruh.
Not email? Okay. After the story was published, Instagram.
Professional journalist, by the way.
All right.
How can you call yourself a journalist and do this? Surely this is like 101 to get banned from any
hit her up on
journalistic.
Discord next? Twitch DMs?
Wait, Twitch.
Reddit
Twitch
message.
Whispers. Reddit DMs, just like the crustiest shit.
Yeah.
YouTube DMs, even though they don't exist anymore.
She tagged them on Gab.
Google message.
Google Plus. I contacted them on Google Plus, bro.
Yeah. Tipster, give her the tip.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ricky.
Nice. Good info.
Continue to see comment. Watching the post, continue to seek comment for Legal Bytes via social media and queried Umbrella Guy for the first time. During that process, the post removed the incorrect statement from the story, but did not notice removal, a violation of our corrections policy. The story has been updated to note that Legal Bytes declined to comment for this story and that Umbrella Guy could not be reached for comment. A previous version of the story also inaccurately attributed a quote on Adam Waldman, a lawyer for Johnny Depp. The quote described how he contacted some internet influencers and has been removed. So this fucking Taylor Lorenz sucks. Wow. And it's funny too, because
that's not good.
Taylor Lorenz, like we were talking about Kat Tenbarge earlier. Kat Tenbarge just talked multiple times, put out multiple defense threads, talked about how much of a great journalist Taylor Lorenz is. This is like F- tier journalism. I mean, these mistakes are just unforgivable, right? Like this should get you fired. Taylor Lorenz should be fired. She should not have a job in journalism.
Yeah, I don't know why she has a job.
Yeah.
She's really bad.
She should be on the streets, homeless. Like, based on this.
Just got a different job.
Yeah.
Maybe just change careers.
Dude, I'm surprised Fox News called her out for it because they're not very good at reporting accurate stories. I saw they did a story about that shooter the other day, and they were like, "This is because video games have become more realistic recently." And I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
I 100% agree. Like, I'm not a big fan of Fox News either, and they fucking destroyed her. And they also wrote a piece defending lawyer YouTube, which is interesting, right? Like, what? You know, some weird. Other journals actually defending YouTube and YouTubers, which is like almost backwards. But they're probably just doing it to shit on Taylor Lorenz.
I don't like mainstream media in general. They're all cancer.
Yeah, they're all cancer. They're doing it because she went after libs of TikTok, and I'm pretty sure libs of TikTok has like connections to Fox News and stuff like this. So
probably, yeah.
They're probably doing it to save her ass, but in the process, they're doing good work, you know, as a result of that. So whatever. Good article, I guess, from them.
I suppose so. I think Mutahas did this actually on a podcast episode, but he was like, if you read the titles normally they're clickbait and you'll get bullshit, but because they don't want to report false news, if you go into the article, you'll normally get good information about the situation.
Uh-huh.
Like, I suppose that's kind of Fox News until you watch like their live broadcasts and they let anyone state an opinion, and they're like, these crimes have been ramping up ever since video games have become more realistic, and it's like, you are 75 years old, man.
Well, I don't like the media. I don't like the media. I don't like the media. All the media, they play for a team, and it's just like, pointless to listen to any of it.
I mean, I suppose YouTubers do too, but I suppose YouTubers aren't so. YouTubers are obvious about it. Like when you have an opinion or you're biased on something, people are honest about it, right? Like if you have an opinion, you say it in a video.
No,
like
my
with
opinion,
news, it's like they pussyfoot around it.
If you want to keep up with the news, like I would just subscribe to a bunch of like commentators. All right, subscribe to anyone really. And then listen to them. No, but listen to them all, and then like figure out whatever the fuck you think about whatever the news is. Like just after hearing like a bunch of all these other people, because a lot of online commentators, they play for a team too. You know what I mean?
100%.
And it's harder to tell. It's harder to detect their grifting, right? So that's why I just say listen to a fuckload of people. You'll probably hear some good opinions. You'll probably hear a lot of shit opinions, but then you'll have like 20 different perspectives to work off of when gathering like your opinion on a topic, because you've heard all of these people talk, and so now you should be able to decide, okay, well, what do I think? Because
I think people should get the news solely from me, because I have the best opinions. I mean,
right, chat?
Yeah. Woogie chat, guys, right? I saw someone say, who is the British Ethan Ralph?
Well, Charlie, TBS, and Bo Blacks, and Augie, then Turkey Tom, and you have a pretty rounded opinion. You can make your own.
You've got I'm like the liberal opinion, but I'm not really as liberal as people think. I'm more centrist, honestly. I mean, I have some liberal takes, but like I'm not like mentally.
I feel like you're the type of guy that like 5 days into VidCon, like you'll probably be saying the N-word privately, casually. You know what I mean?
No, I won't.
5 days.
Like I feel like after like day 5, like you're just gonna be like,
You're just gonna be like begging him to say the N-word for like 5 days in a crack. Like
no, we'll just be using it around him, and he'll just like subtly be like, you know what, this is fine.
I'll absorb it into my personality.
He'll just like deflect. He'll just start like spouting it out himself.
It's fine. Brandon
without
WTF
even like thinking about it. Yeah, it's like whatever.
Why would
any
of us use the N-word at VidCon?
Dude, I'm worried because I'm gonna be in your proximity of VidCon. I'm gonna get like red pilled or like radicalized.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna be dropping dog whistles in my videos by next week.
That's just dog whistles. That's gross. Stop using these terms. I hate this so much.
It's
a part of the hazing. All of these terms. I fucking hate politics.
It's the DM you sent me on Twitter.
I fucking hate politics. No, I had to I was talking with Michael Alberto and Tom about this earlier this week. I'm so done with politics. All the red pill people, the fucking, libtards, like they're all horrible. I'm not trying to give like, wow, Augie, good take. The centrist take, so brave. But it's just like, look, and I'm not a centrist, by the way. Because that is cringe. You should pick a side, and you should have your own
right wing.
Well, you should
right.
But it's just like everybody plays for a team. Everybody plays for a team, and I'm done with it. Like it's just,
I don't really give a fuck about politics because politics is a mess of people.
I can't be bothered to like people
monger and scare.
No, politics bad. Brave and Sign take. It's entertaining. Don't get me wrong. And I do think you should definitely keep yourself informed on what's going on. But when it comes to like the commentators or like the people who were like, when it comes to like the drama side of it, I mean, yeah, it's fun to watch, but like to actively participate in and also to think that anybody has your best interest in mind is retarded, completely stupid. Fox News has asked me for comment about Taylor Lorenz. I don't talk to the media, so I'll say it publicly. Taylor Lorenz wrote an obvious smear piece conflating Depp supporting with financial gain. She flagrantly ignored the fact that I've covered this case for a year while mischaracterizing what Adam Waldman said during the Depp trial. She got the factual items about their relationship wrong as well. Crazier, she lied about contacting me in the Washington Post and then tried covering this up after I called it out publicly. I noted this publicly at 8:31 p.m. On June 2nd. She wrote me over an hour after I posted this in a blatant attempt at backtracking. Additionally, she conflated protected earnings from the site Social Blade to fit her obvious hit piece, saying that I made an estimated $80K. Social Blade notes a low of $4.7K to $79K. Not only did she omit the low end, she added to the highest. This is from someone claiming to be better than YouTubers. If she wanted a real story, she'd ask domestic abuse survivors why they backed Johnny Depp. But hey, money, right? I gave this to Fox News writer in my DMs as my comment. I made it publicly because I do not trust the press with good reason. No offense to the writer. This should be very transparent because the public should know how the mainstream works. No more hidden backroom bullshit. So
wait, why would she store Social Blade? Social Blade is like the most inaccurate thing possible. Like, dude, I go on Augie's Social Blade. Congrats on the £78 this month, Augie. Like $90 this entire month, according to Social Blade. Yeah. It's the most inaccurate like citation thing. You've made more than that probably on like the last hour.
Well, I think it goes off of ad revenue, not donations.
But I mean, even then, like,
but yeah, it's still inaccurate.
Augie would still make way more than they get. So like 10K per video,
saying,
right?
It's usually inaccurate on like the high end. It usually says you make more than you do on ad revenue.
I suppose it's weird. I have
the reason why she's citing
mine.
The reason why she's citing Social Blade is because that's the only way she can get an idea of what they made, right? And it's also like it looks like to people that are just reading it, it's like, oh, according to Social Blade, they made this much money. When in reality, what she has to do is guess. Like she can be like, this person's estimate, like on estimate, made this much money. But that sounds less like interesting, right? So she has to use Social Blade and be like, they made $80,000. But she never mentioned the fact that this Social Blade thing, this could be like she never mentioned the fact that that they stated the low end of $5,000. She said definitively they've made $80,000 in 1 week. No, they didn't definitively make that. They're estimated to have made that. And that's the high end of the estimation. It's like that's completely fucking different.
Yeah, like they're completely wrong. And like that to base an article off of that is irresponsible. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.